You felt it before anything happened. Not a thought, a shift. Small, easy to ignore. Still there. You were mid-conversation. They were speaking. Everything sounded normal, tone steady, words clean. But something in you pulled back. Not enough to react, just enough to notice. Then you corrected it. Relaxed your shoulders, kept eye contact, nodded at the right time. Said something that made sense. The moment passed. Clean, but your body didn't follow. It stayed there. In that first reaction, you didn't miss anything. You felt something early, then explained it away. It didn't look important at the time. There's a pattern here. It doesn't look dramatic. It looks like a pause before answering a slight hesitation, before agreeing a tightness that shows up for a second. You call it being reasonable. You call it staying open. You call it giving things time. It sounds right when you say it out loud, but something already answered. You just didn't stay with it. It shows up in decisions too. There's a second layer to this. Not every signal is right. Some are old, and they feel just as real. A clean signal doesn't rush you. It doesn't spike, it doesn't demand, it lands. Quiet. It doesn't need your permission to be true. It doesn't fade when you stay with it. That's the difference. This is where the pattern forms. Not in one decision. In repetition. You feel something. You soften it. You explain it. You move forward anyway. Again. And again. And over time, you become someone who only trusts yourself after reality confirms you. The part of you that notices first is still there. It just doesn't expect to be followed anymore. And right now, something already came up. You felt it. And you're already preparing to explain it away again. You heard it clearly. The moment the energy changed, the way your body changed around them. You just decided to wait until it was too obvious to ignore. You didn't need more clarity. You needed to trust the first answer. At some point, it stops being about moments. You start recognizing patterns in them, not what they say, how they move through situations, the same kind of response in different contexts, the same shift when things get slightly uncomfortable, the same way they stay untouched while everything around them adjusts. You notice it across time, not one conversation, multiple. And that recognition feels different. It's not emotional. It's structural, like something in you is mapping them. You don't need a full explanation. You can already see how certain situations will play out, how they'll respond, where they'll redirect, what they won't take responsibility for. And for a second, it's very clear. Not what just happened, what will keep happening. You're not reacting anymore. You're predicting. That's where intuition actually sharpens. Not in single moments. In repetition, you see the pattern early, before it fully reveals itself, before there's anything you could explain to someone else. And that's the problem, because what you see doesn't come with proof. It comes with direction. You can already tell where this goes, what this becomes, what staying inside it will cost. but none of it has fully happened yet. So it's easy to dismiss, easy to stay, easy to keep engaging as if you don't already know. You don't need more time to understand it. You already see the outcome. It doesn't escalate. It repeats. Same structure, different moment, same result. And the more it repeats, the harder it is to pretend it's random. That's where it shifts again. Because now it's not about interpreting what's happening. It's about deciding what you're willing to keep experiencing. They don't need to convince you. They don't need to argue. They don't even need to change, because the pattern does the work, and your body already recognizes it. There's a point where it becomes obvious. Not loudly, quietly, consistently. You know how this plays out. You've already seen enough. You don't need another version of it. And that's where intuition becomes uncomfortable. Because now it's not giving you information. It's forcing a direction. It's not asking you to understand it. It's asking you to act on it. And that's the part people avoid. Not the signal, the consequence of following it.